Hi guys, and welcome to the second episode of Hashtag Kitchen Table Talk, or HTKTT on Facebook and Twitter. I once again am Lord Thompson. To my left you'll recognise
Emma Savage.
And to my right, our new friend
Aoife Espinosa.
Cool. Alright, so ladies, without much further ado, shall we get started?
Let's go.
Okay, today's first topic is labels. And I've chosen this, and because I'm going to give you 3 stories of things that actually happened to me.
Okay.
And then we'll go from there.
Okay.
One, I was walking down Charing Cross Road with a friend of mine, and he introduced me to someone, and I said, "Hi, my name's Law," and then she was like, "Oh, I didn't expect you to sound like that." It's like, okay, so what do you want me to do with that? The second one, hilariously, lots of people go, "Oh, have you never smoked weed?" I'm like, "No." You're like, "But you're Jamaican." I'm like, it actually...
You're Jamaican.
I'm Jamaican, so I must do that. I can't remember the third story, but you kind of get the drift of where I'm going, and I've never really fit into any boxes.
Yeah.
And I think as people, we're multifaceted, and I know it's easier for people to pin people into specific things, but what do you do if you don't fit into that? And yeah, that's where I kind of want to lead it. Are labels a good thing? Are they a bad thing? What's the best thing to do about them?
We label people a lot in society, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
So where's the black guy, the blonde girl? It's, you know, we tend to label people a lot. But I see what you're saying, like, you're talking about unexpected.
It doesn't even need to be unexpected. Like, I remember the third story now. I was at work, and everyone knows I love sweets. So I always bring in chocolate. And I was working with a white person. I was like, "Oh, I love chocolate." She's like, "Yeah, you always bring in chocolate. You're the sweet man." I'm like, "Oh my God, you wanted to say chocolate man? Just say chocolate man, it's alright." So maybe it's not so much labels as a PC thing, and I'm like, it's alright to say I'm the chocolate man. I'm not going to think you're a racist because I like chocolate. And I'm like, please, like, if she had said it, I would have loved her so much more, but she didn't.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's things like that. What do you think?
Well, I think as people, it works for us to for our minds to differentiate, different types of people. So I think naturally we have a tendency to label or, stick a name on things just for our brain to compute and for us to understand.
Mm-hmm.
I think that happens. But yeah, it is ridiculous though, because first of all, because when you label someone, you're judging them.
Yeah.
And you don't actually know the person.
Yeah.
And then the thing is that we're always changing. So we're never just one thing. I mean, okay, I'm white. You're
Yeah,
black.
I'm black.
Okay, that's a given. But otherwise, like, I don't know, personality traits, we are changing. And we're multifaceted. Like, for every one thing that we are, we're the opposite,
That's what I try and say, because I know, like, my skin texture is chocolate. Like, I am black. But then, now that's why I wish Soleil was here, but she can't make it today, but she'll be here with us soon. I'm not necessarily black enough for the black people, and at school I got called a bounty, which is black on the outside but white on the inside. And I think people think because my pants aren't sagging, even though they did sag for a bit, and I pulled them up and Mum would say, "Bell up your jeans." But because my pants aren't sagging, I'm not bopping, that I'm not black enough. But I'm like, no. If we go to certain states and certain countries, trust me, I am black enough for them. But it's kind of, if you don't necessarily fit into something.
Yeah. I don't think we'll ever dispose of labels completely though, because as Aoife was saying, we use them to describe.
Yeah.
It's so much easier to just say, "Oh, the black guy."
Yeah.
The black guy I was with that day. Or who's Law? The black guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we do. It's easy. It's when you put a label on that
doesn't fit. What if someone labels you as something And yes, you might be some of those things, but you don't like the
when
negative.
You use it exactly, when you use it more in an aggressive or a negative way,
Yeah.
then it changes the whole, it changes the whole dynamic. You're not just labelling
I think
to make
it's about
things easier, you're labeling.
You know, like if you can be aware of what you're saying as you're saying it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because obviously, the thing is, people are going to get offended in certain circumstances. Because there's just like certain things you might say to someone and they'll trigger something in them and they'll get offended by it.
Yeah.
You know, that is going to happen. So I think, I don't know, the responsibility lies within us to just be aware of what's coming out of our mouth.
Yeah.
You know, and how and when we speak, and you know, because we're all going to judge in our heads. I mean, and you know, that's what we do, right?
Yeah, and we do all the time. We judge
do.
people
Yeah.
walking down the street. Day to day.
Yeah.
But then here's the thing, because I think so inclusively, let's say, if someone says something to me that offends me or in a way that I don't like, I will let them know the first time that they've done that. Because there's a new person, like, I can't expect you to know what offends me.
But would you every single time, even if it's like a little thing, you'd still?
If it's a little thing, no, I'll let it go. But then if I'm around that person for a while and they keep doing it,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no, this annoys me, so I'm going to need to let you know that this annoys me. And then, not like that I expect everyone to change their personality towards me, but if we're going to spend time together, I do things that annoy people, people do things that annoy me, so I'll try and say it in a different way.
I think that's a progression of friendship anyway.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Yeah.
There's traits that everyone has that annoys one another, and the more time you spend with someone, the more of a relationship you build with someone, then you generally talk about those things, and they fade out anyway, most of the time, not all of the time.
Not all of
No.
the time.
Yeah.
Anything else on the subject?
No, I feel like you have more to say on the subject.
I kind of feel like it teeters off into different areas.
Okay, go on.
Like, should you, or do you, judge someone in the first context that you meet them? Or do you say this was a separate incident and in a different scenario, that person could be a different person?
Do you know what I find? If it's someone random and they're walking down the street, I will judge them.
Yes.
But if it's someone that I'm meeting, I tend not to judge as much.
Yeah.
Does that make any sense?
It does.
Yeah.
If I'm meeting someone for the first time, then I would not put any judgment on, and I would have a conversation, and I would see how I get along with them and see how I like them. But if it's just someone random walking down the street and I don't know what they're wearing or something, then instantly I would judge. Or I saw someone screaming at their child, or come out of a nightclub and seen a man, I would judge instantly. You do, you naturally judge. But I think when you're meeting someone, you're getting to know them, and you're building relationships, then you tend not to judge as much.
Do you think?
Or do you think? I don't know, but my job, I can't be judgmental.
Yeah.
So it's a very, very big part of my life that I cannot be judgmental. I deal with different people every day, and they all have different stories and different backgrounds, and
maybe that's the thing. Because I think in my work at the minute, I encounter a lot of different people on a constant basis.
and you don't build the relationship
Yeah.
that I have to build with my
So
clientele.
I won't judge someone. I'll be like, okay, so and so was like this the first time that I met them. That was the scenario. If I meet you again, I'm not going to go, oh, that was a dude that was like that time, and be careful. But some people...
Sometimes you do.
Yes, but I'll give them the opportunity to change that. Because I don't always make the best first impression. And then a lot of people hold me to that. But luckily, if I've made a bad first impression, I'll end up meeting that person again, and they'll be like, oh my god, I didn't know you were really like that. I'm like, you met me once. Of course I'm not really
You
like
have
that.
a down, out and out bitch face.
I don't have resting bitch face, but a director once told me that I have resting disinterested face. He does. He's like, well, I know you're listening, but it really looks like you don't care. Be careful about that. I'm like, oh my god. Like, I'm intently listening, but I'm like... And people think, oh wow, he's really not bothered.
That's funny.
Judgments first meeting people and things like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, I always follow my gut feeling. So that's kind of what I go with. And there's some people, you know, I kind of go, okay, everyone, you know, they've got something special. They're a special person in this world, definitely. But there's some people, I mean, I go, there's something in me goes, stay away.
Yes.
Stay away from that person. And it doesn't happen very often, but when it does, I just have to go with it.
Yeah.
So then it's not even a judgment, it's just like, you know what, I'm listening to this feeling inside of me, and I'm just gonna like go with it.
Yeah.
So that definitely happens, and I don't know if it's judgment, but it's just an awareness again, like I'm just kind of like, okay, red light, red flag, don't go near that person. And then, yeah, I mean, there's certain people, you know, like I'm a human being that annoy me or piss me off, or they say something, I'm just like, oh my god, will you shut up, or, you know, like, whatever. Especially living in London, because there's lots of crazy people around, let's face it. You know, people are going through a lot of different stuff.
That's the
Public
thing.
transport, oh my god. Like, if it's not the little, like, naughty brats, you know, it's like poor, like, homeless folk or whatever. There's, you know, you get, like, I had a crazy guy, right? Last week, and he was, like, sitting beside me, and I was like, Aoife, just chill. Breathe, it's okay. And this guy was like, you know, and yeah, I mean, I was judgmental towards him, but it was because it was really annoying, you know, so I don't know.
I just
like,
with that.
He was crazy.
Like, crazy people love me. They love me.
I wonder why.
But I'm always like, don't make eye contact, don't make eye contact.
Yeah.
And then because once, I think I was walking down, I think it was Clapham High Road, and this dude just came up and went, shh. And then there was,
like, took you?
He took me, and a dude from across the road was like, yeah, punch him.
No.
I'm like, you're not fun. And I just looked into his eyes and was like, let go. Let go. And he just let go. And I carried on walking.
Wow.
But we went so off on a tangent.
Sorry.
So where this...
So rolling that back,
it's judging...
gut feeling is very important. We should all
Always
go with the
trust your
gut
gut
feelings.
feelings.
I think so.
Definitely. And irritation of people, that I think that's just on an individual basis, and different things annoy different people.
Yeah.
We're all going to meet people that we look at and go, oh my god, stop breathing. Just
Yeah,
stop.
or just stop talking.
I actually said that to someone once.
Sorry.
Too.
I'm like, I was very, very young. He breathed really loudly. And I was like, can you just stop that? He's like, what, stop breathing? I'm like, yeah.
I know, but it's so terrible though. Like, it makes us like...
It's just a bit much. But no, what I was...
That's irritation.
That's more
I don't think
irritation,
that's
not
being
judgmental. Exactly. So let's bring it back. I don't like when people, right, and this comes from two different angles.
Yeah, that's more pet peeves.
Yes.
Yes.
Which we will get to. Pretty people.
Yeah.
How do you judge attractive people? Do you immediately think they're unintelligent or standoffish, or unattractive people, or like now not?
I think it changes like depending on what age you are. You know, like when you're younger and you see like a beautiful person, the thoughts that you'll have in your head will be different than when you're like in your 20s, or then I don't know, in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s. I think that does change quite a bit. Your perception does change.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely agree. You're younger and you see someone beautiful, you're just like, oh,
Yeah.
it's a really big deal. And then I think as you get older, I don't know about you guys, but for me personally, I tend to now see the kindness in people rather than the beauty in a person. And you know, their outlook on things, are they positive, do they have a good energy?
Yeah, totally.
That's more beautiful now than the physical appearance of somebody.
I'm kind of weary of the physical. you know, a little bit.
Why?
Well, this is like my own irritation.
Yeah.
But like if I see someone who just looks like very artificially done up or something, I'll just be like, what's going on there? I'll be like, what's underneath there? You know, I'll just be a little bit suspicious.
But then, in the same respect, I think we kind of had this conversation, but I'm like, if I see someone with like a pretty face and they just made no effort, I'm like, why? Like, what's
Really?
up? Yeah.
But why? I don't get that. Like,
I'm like, because we're all given certain blessings in this life.
Yeah.
And if you were blessed enough to be attractive, I'm like, yes, that's not the be all and end all. Go out, educate yourself, have a personality, have something to bring to the table. But we are a judgmental society. I'm like, well, why aren't you? I'll always think, ooh, I can take you shopping and take you to the gym, and not that you want to do that. But I'm like, it's just, if you're not taking that pride and effort in yourself, what else are you not taking that pride and effort in?
oh, I guess people are all different though, right? Like, because there's certain people that I know who I think are beautiful, but they just think it's a waste of time to like take care of, you know, they wouldn't be concerned with beauty things or how they look. You know, they're very, I don't know, they're like socialists, you know, and they like live in a very kind of, in a different way. They see the world in a very different way, in a very new age way, and
Okay.
yeah, I don't know.
But then do you think those people would gravitate towards other people like that?
Yes, I do,
Yeah.
definitely.
And then, okay, I have a question.
Go on.
Would you rather have brains or would you rather have beauty?
But don't you think you always have some brains?
No. Black and white. Would you
No
rather
brain.
have brains? Would you rather have beauty, miss? I don't care what I look like. Answer the question.
I think I'd rather have brains.
Why?
Well, because if you have brains, even if you're really ugly, you can make yourself look pretty.
No.
But no, I just think
How?
it's more
Why?
interesting to have brains because then you
Yeah,
can think, see the
exactly.
world, do amazing things. You know, you're I don't know. This is a bit judgmental, but maybe your perception, how you'll live your life, will just be deeper, and that excites me. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
you would do the opposite,
I
right?
actually thought about it.
No, you're not going to go for beauty.
I would.
Why? But intelligence
Like-
is beautiful.
It is.
But
it's
then-
so
Beauty
attractive.
is superficial.
If you...
It's going to be gone in like 20
No,
years.
like education is key. Educate yourself. It's all about intelligence. But oh my god, it's such an easier life. If you have been around,
I see where
wait.
you're going.
If you've been around pretty people, it's hilarious. Like people will just do things
stuff.
for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
And life is just easier. And I'm like, do you know what? I would just be pretty and have people do things for me. And if I don't have the intelligence, I don't know that there's anything better about out there. I'm having people buy things for me. I'm in a nice house. I'm on a yacht. I may be a model. I may be an actor. I've got lots of money. So what if I'm not the brightest spark? I'm getting by. And I don't have the burden of intelligence and thinking, what do I want to do with my life? What do I want to do with that? And how is this working out? I feel like it's just a little bit freer and it's easier.
But that's in the assumption that like if you're a really pretty person, then life is given to you, which I don't think it like.
No.
That's very much
That's-
like in our Western society. Like there's people around the world who grow up in underprivileged places, and it's not like that. There's lots of beautiful women that are like,
Yeah, you're talking
Yeah.
about a very small percentage
yeah.
of beautiful people.
They have to be beautiful and lucky.
No,
No,
they
I think
just
they
have to be
do.
pretty.
No.
They just have to.
No, I know
It's-
people who are like really beautiful and stuff, and you know, their life took different turns. They really did. Like you see them, you go, wow, okay.
But then,
So, I don't know.
what kind of pretty person were they? Were they taking care of their appearance and
But
they...
that didn't come into it. You're
No,
talking about
because
brains
I'm
or
going,
beauty.
yes, but beauty means you look good, you take care of your appearance, and when you go out there, people see you. That when I'm talking beautiful, like, we're not gonna go,
Yeah,
oh, you're a
yeah,
little
yeah.
bit attractive.
No, but
would you be stunningly beautiful,
I think-
or would you rather be ridiculously intelligent?
But I think the people that or one or two in particular that I'm thinking about, they knew they were beautiful. That was their identity.
Okay.
They took care of themselves.
Mhm.
That was who they were. But you know, I don't think it necessarily always. I don't think just being beautiful is like going to dictate how your life is going to go, or going to give you like a silver plate or a gold plate. You know, I think sometimes.
I think I can understand.
You know what I
where you're
mean?
coming from.
Because I've seen it. I've seen it.
But I've seen the opposite, and
I don't think that's like all the time that you get given everything all the time. I think.
it's not that you get given.
You get hard hits, whoever you are, wherever you are in life.
I completely agree with.
It's like valleys and, you know, hills
peaks and troughs.
Yeah, totally.
I think now what annoys me, and I sometimes do this just because I like rubbing people up the wrong way, it's, you see when someone pretty comes by, and this is because I've worked in spaces where I see lots of different people, you see them come by, and they're pretty, and they like flashy eyes at you. And
Why
expect
does
you
that
to,
annoy you?
because they expect you to do something for them just because they're pretty. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. And you see the look of, what? They're just shocked, because they're so used to people doing things for them, that when someone says no, it's literally a shock for them. Have you not
I
experienced
don't
this?
think I've ever done something for someone just because they're pretty.
Look back. Look.
Do you think?
If you
Do
see
you know
someone
something?
really attractive,
Do you know something about my life?
You know, I have to say that I remember being 15 in a club, right, in Belgium, and seeing this guy, and you know, I was underage. I was just there dancing, being real cool, and this guy was beautiful, probably one of the most beautiful men I've ever seen. Then he started to dance, and that was it. That was it. I don't know what he was doing, but that was it. So that kind of stayed with me at that young age, and since then I've always kind of just been a bit weary of pretty people, you know?
but then again...
So I just kind of look at them and go, what's, you know, God gave you this beautiful gift of like this aesthetic thing, and then there's other things there, probably.
But then
Well,
see, again, with the, because you're pretty and you're stunning, you're beautiful, you must be this and that. There was a girl who was really attracted to me. Yeah. And then she heard me laugh. And like when I laugh, it gets to a point where I'm just intaking breath. And she's like, oh, that's so not sexy. I'm like, dude, I'm not trying to be sexy for you. I find something funny. It's that, like that I would have found incredibly sexy, but not that I was trying to be sexy. But like, oh, if someone thinks you're pretty, then you've got to be this, and you.
Yeah. The cool factor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I'm
that's
like,
kind
I'm
of
so
that makes me
goofy.
laugh. I think that's really hilarious.
That's the question. Brains or beauty?
Oh, brains, hands down. But beauty doesn't last.
No.
It doesn't last, and actually I'd rather have brains and surround myself with interesting people, and then, you know, when we're all older and then beautiful people are now lonely with their handbags and their shoes, and I will have lots of people surrounding me, making me laugh and having interesting conversations and sharing stories. And
their shoes and their alimony because they married a rich man because they were very pretty.
with brains.
With brains! Then they got the house, they got everything that you were building
Not every beautiful
for.
person gets that.
No, I don't think they do. And also, I think it's ridiculous.
If they don't, they're not working hard enough.
Sorry. We've got the brain to.
True that.
But I think it's ridiculous the amount of emphasis that is on being beautiful. And especially when you're young. You're totally like paranoid and obsessed that you're not beautiful enough, you know? And I think that's just ridiculous. It really, you know, pisses me off, especially for young people.
I think with that is when you're younger, just look how you want to look. And everyone has some beauty within them. And I think just because people tend to do things for you or might be more attracted to you don't play on that.
The thing
I
is
don't
now in
like
society, it's all everything's sexualized.
That's the
That's
thing.
And I
true
think
as well.
that puts so much pressure on young people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair though, it was pretty much turning that way when we were growing up.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I felt it. Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
Okay, so
Right.
that's the.
All right. Okay. So as we're talking about children and young people, last topic. When do you think you're ready to have children, and does that point ever
Happen?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because I'm like, right, I don't want to have children until I've done most of the things that I want to do, so that when I have them, it's all about them, and I have that, there's nothing that I'm like, oh, I wish I'd done that for myself. I'm like, no, I've popped out some sprogs, it's now about them, not just about me, and I'm alright with that. I don't know when that time's gonna come.
Yeah, you might be 80.
I'm a dude, I can still make that. But no, do you think you'll ever be ready, and what, and...
I don't know. I think it kind of depends, like, what you want out of life as well, you know, and like maybe the type of life you want as well. Because some people are very happy to like marry young and have children young, and that's what they want, you know. They just are happy with their jobs, and you know, it's the kind of school, university, doing your masters, you know, eventually moving in with a boyfriend, getting a mortgage between the two of you, buying a house, having married by then, and then the babies or whatever. You know, there's like this kind of...
I feel so claustrophobic.
Set in stone, this is what you must do.
But I don't think that life is always like that.
Yeah. It's not.
You know,
it's not at all.
No.
And I come from the other end of the spectrum. I already have my children.
Yeah.
Since having my children, I've still managed to get a degree, and I'm starting my masters.
Wow.
And I still feel like I have a life even though I have children.
Yeah.
Was I ready to have children? No, probably not. And I don't think anyone, from the experience of having them, I don't think you're ever going to be ready to have children. But now, once my children are grown up in 10 years' time, I'll still be young enough to go and have a life beyond my children. But with them, it's in my life still. If that makes sense. I don't think we're not in a society where it has to be like you say. You have to do this and this and then this and then this and this. Now, there's so many opportunities, and it depends on the individuals of how you access your opportunities and when you feel ready to settle down and have children. If you want to do that, some people don't want to have children, and that's absolutely fine.
I think, and especially after just listening to that, I kind of think because I want it to happen. But I'll get a feeling when it's ready, when I'm ready. And
you'll never be ready.
Happen. Well, when it's the time. When it's the time.
I get what you mean.
And then,
Yeah. I mean, I think maybe it's different for a woman, because like you can get pregnant, you know.
You have the ticking clock.
And you have the ticking clock as well, so those are two big factors. And the ticking clock, you know, it just means that you might have to have your children before you do a lot of things that you want to in life.
Yeah.
That really is.
That's
a given kind
of.
The
way it is, absolutely. Yeah. As a man, you like you say, you have no time.
Oh, I have freedom to. Whenever.
As a woman, you have to choose at some point: do I carry on and have my career and do what I want to do, or do I take some time out to have children? Because you will. That's the ultimate, isn't it? Men don't have to take the time out. The women, you have to take time out of whatever it is you're doing. And for so many women in so many different jobs, that can be a massive impact on their career, having to take a couple of years out. Or even a year out, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. It's really interesting. I was working today, and I work with pregnant women. And a lot of them were sharing how guilty they felt for being pregnant. And how they were apologizing that they were pregnant, because they knew that they were going to have to take time off. And especially because some of them had just gotten a new job and they didn't know they were pregnant when they got the job.
It's really frowned upon.
And it's really frowned upon. And I was like, oh God, I didn't realize it would be like that, you know.
All right, I hate to cut it off there.
Is that fun?
But we are run out of time.
Aww.
So I want to say thank you to everyone for watching.